One stormy autumn evening, a family of squirrels huddled together in their old oak tree home. Little Tommy Squirrel watched anxiously as the wind grew stronger, shaking their tree violently. "Mom," he whispered, "I'm scared." His mother wrapped her bushy tail around him protectively, but she too was worried. The storm intensified, and suddenly a loud crack echoed through the forest. Their beloved oak tree began to sway dangerously. "We need to leave now," Papa Squirrel called out. Without a moment to gather their acorn collection, the family scampered down the trunk and into the rain. They found temporary shelter under a hollow log, but it wasn't safe. The ground was flooding, and they could hear predators prowling nearby. Tommy's little sister Lucy was shivering, both from fear and cold. They needed to find somewhere better, but where could they go in such terrible weather? As they contemplated their next move, they noticed something unusual: a trail of fallen nuts leading somewhere. Despite their mother's hesitation, Tommy felt drawn to follow it. "Maybe it's a sign," he said hopefully. With no better options, the family carefully followed the trail. To their surprise, it led them to an old birdhouse in a garden. It was sturdy, dry, and somehow seemed welcoming. But there was one problem: it wasn't empty. Inside was an elderly squirrel named Mr. Gray, who had been watching them through the storm. "I've been leaving those nuts out for weeks," Mr. Gray said with a kind smile. "I'm getting too old to need all this space myself, and I've been hoping to find some company." He gestured to the spacious birdhouse, which was well stocked with nuts and soft leaves for bedding. The family couldn't believe their luck. Not only had they found shelter, but they'd also found a new friend. Over the following days, as they settled into their new home, Mr. Gray taught Tommy and Lucy all sorts of useful things about gathering nuts and identifying safe plants. He shared stories of his adventures, and the children loved listening to them before bedtime. What started as a frightening disaster had turned into a blessing in disguise. The family learned that sometimes life's biggest challenges can lead to unexpected gifts, and that kindness, like Mr. Gray's, can change lives. They also discovered that a home isn't just about having a roof over your head. It's about the love and friendship you find there. As winter approached, their new home became the warmest, happiest place in the forest. Tommy often thought about that stormy night and realized that sometimes losing something you love can lead you to something even better. You just have to be brave enough to follow the trail of nuts life leaves for you, even when you're scared.